I prepared, shampooed, conditioned and moisturized this girl's beautiful 4C hair using Momina Wellness products, and you can watch that on my previous videos. And in today's video we're going to generally style her, simple yet very protective, gentle styling with braids, by the way, for the holidays. And we're also going to talk about why Africans are actually predisposed to alopecia. I'm going to address styling mistakes as well as braiding mistakes that we predispose our African girls, babies, and even ourselves as grown-ups to actually alopecia. We have been made to believe that our natural hair cannot be managed without excessive use of heat or even relaxers. That is something that we need to throw under the bus because it's so wrong, and it is actually predisposing us more to alopecia and hair loss. As you can see from the video, my muse for the day has natural 4C hair, and I told you we prepared the hair previously and I allowed it to sun dry, and now we are going to make it. So I started off by combing the hair first to remove any forms of tangles. Then I go in with this Kambao Kichana to basically partition the hair for the styling that I want to make. Of course, as a stylist, it's easier for you to make hair that has been blow dried or like straightened kabisa, but that is not always the best for our baby girls or even yourself as a 4C hair sister. So as you go for your next hair appointment, please talk to your stylist about the importance of gentle practices that actually protect your edges and protect you from hair loss. You can use blow dry every once in a while to remove tangles, to make your hair a bit straighter, but it should be gently done. So the styling for the day is basically feeding braids, and I'm using this color. I don't know which number it was because she came with it already like removed from the cover, but it's that color. It's basically a mixture of red and black, and you see her hair is quite black, so it came out really well. Like I've just added the red to the edges, which is okay for me because I'm a lover of simplicity, but that does not mean I am not open to trying like crazy ideas, not crazy in a bad way. Anyway, let's continue with causes of alopecia. Another thing that actually predisposes women of African origin to traction alopecia is basically the pulling, excessive pulling while styling. And because of our coarse hair texture, it's very easy for a stylist to really pull your hair when doing it. So you need to make sure that you talk to them about the importance of protecting your edges. When you're doing feeding braids like the ones I'm doing, I usually recommend that you start with the natural hair, then you can feed in the braids after like 2 or 3 plates. Do not start with the braid directly, because if you do that, you will actually end up pulling the hairs and the follicles more. So when you over pull and when you overstretch your hairs and the edges, you're definitely leading to damage of the follicles. And if this is continued for a long period of time, you're definitely going to experience baldness or loss of your hairline. And then you'll come to us and start expecting miracles for us to regrow or actually replant the follicles that you've actually damaged because of allowing your stylist to actually overpull your hair or even your baby's hair. So please protect your baby's hair from such stylists or such harsh styles as early as now. Another thing that actually causes hair loss in African women is basically genes. So if your family has some form of balding patterns, you're more likely to experience balding as you actually age or grow. But that again can actually be influenced by practices, especially on how soon or how fast the balding starts. So if you have that genetic exposure, you need to make sure that you're taking care of your hair extra carefully as early as now. And if it's unavoidable, you can always do a hair transplant, especially if the balding affects your self-esteem, messes up with your mental health, and you can actually afford it because it's not cheap. So the practices are actually cheaper. Get the right products, get the right routines. And as always, if you're looking for a plug of legit hair care products that are basically tailored for the African woman with legit organic and natural products, you need to check me out at mominawellness.com. I'll definitely leave my number for the products that I use and actually advocate for use. It's basically the clarifying shampoo shampoo with hibiscus and honey. We have the moisturizing honey conditioner, and definitely my Chebe hair butter that promotes volume and length retention, prevents breakages, makes your hair stronger, nourishes it, and this will definitely help you with preventing hair loss, breakages in the long run, and actually help you fight off the balding even with genetic exposure. And the good thing with our Chebe hair butter, or the original Chebe hair butter, you don't need to apply a lot of it on your hair. You just need to do a small amount that goes a long way. So the 1200 Kenyan shillings that you'll be investing for the 200 grams or the 2000 for the 500 grams can actually last you up to 12 months literally, and you can use it with your daughters, your relatives. You can actually share it with them and they'll still see good results. One thing that you must do when you're applying Chebe butter on your hair is make sure that you routinely moisturize your hair. That is basically pouring water or spraying water, or a mist, basically water. You can do a mist of water with rosemary on your scalp to ensure that it is highly moisturized at all times. The sole purpose of Chebe powder is moisture retention, so you have to make sure that you apply water on your hair and on your scalp. And it's very easy. You can just do this after taking a bath or taking shower. You just take a small amount of the water and you apply it on your scalp. That is it. Or you can use the spray bottle or the mist bottles that I'll be having soon. I'll be giving you on purchase of the 500 grams, that is basically 2000. You get a spray bottle to make moisture application easy for you and actually convenient. Another thing that causes hair loss in African women is basically poor nutrition. As I have emphasized on my previous video, hair is a serious indicator of nutrition, and for children it's even taken seriously. So you need to make sure that you're supplying your body with the relevant nutrients, that is basically nourishment from protein, from vitamin A, iron, zinc, all these that actually promote and prompt hair growth. Deficiency of certain vitamins like the B7, the biotin, the folate, and other minerals like iron, protein, macronutrients, or even an inadequate supply of protein and energy causes brittleness of your hair, and this will definitely cause you hair loss. So if you're trying to protect your hair, you need to make sure that you are taking care of your nutrition status by taking care of your intake every day routinely. And for children, it's not like something that is negotiable. You have to make sure that you're taking care of their nutrition status for proper growth and development, for proper cognitive function, and definitely for more and improved hair health. Unfortunately for us, as we age, nutrient production, utilization, and metabolism actually slows down. For specific nutrients like collagen, once you get to the 30 marks, your body's ability to produce this amazing nutrient that has actually been shown to support hair health declines significantly. And that brings us to the next cause of hair loss in African women, that is basically age. There is nothing you can do much about aging. You can just only make sure that you're taking care of your nutrition, you're taking care of your sleep patterns, you're trying to make sure that you're taking up adequate and enough amounts of protein, sources of collagen, sources of biotin. And if your nutrition is deficient, please do not be hesitant to supplement. Just make sure that the supplement that you're taking is safe and it actually does the work, and it's not something that you're just taking for the sake of taking. You take something that is rich in collagen, it's not hydrolyzed, it's not in peptides form, so your body cannot even utilize it for growth, for repair, for synthesis and such. So you'll be wasting your time, effort and money. So if you're looking for good supplements when it comes to hair promoting or hair support supplements, we definitely have them in stock, and we have variety. We give you tailored prescriptions and recommendations that basically aligns with your nutrition, your activity levels, your routines, and definitely your needs and wants. Another thing that has actually been associated with hair loss in women of African origin is basically hormonal imbalances. There are so many things that can predispose a woman to hormonal issues, things like poor sleep patterns, too much stressful situation, what we call chronic stress, increased exposure to toxin and environmental pollutants, poor dietary habits like you're taking too much sugars, you're not even moving your body, your sedentary lifestyle, blood sugar irregularities, too much weight gain, and many other conditions. Hormonal irregularities, specifically insulin, cortisol, and estrogen and progesterone and testosterone, has actually been linked to hair loss in both women and men. So if you're struggling with hair loss, like you have actually analyzed yourself, you've seen like your family is not exposed, you've seen like your practices are good, you have not given birth recently, and now like you just can't actually figure out why you're experiencing hair loss and your nutrition is still good, you might be experiencing hormonal issues or hormonal related conditions like PCOS, endometriosis, and blood irregularities, blood sugars irregularities, that is basically diabetes. As a nutritionist, I actually advocate for personalized care when it comes to hormonal management or metabolic regulations that actually prompt or protect your hormonal health. But in general, you can do things like making sure that you're moving, physical movements. You can try to make sure that you're sleeping at least 6 to 7. On a minimum, you can do even 6 to 9 hours in between there. So an average of literally like 7 hours a night is good for anyone that is struggling with hormonal issues. Sometimes insomnia can actually set in, and it is actually recommended that you try as much as you can to control the blue light in your bedroom. When you're going to sleep, try and avoid screens, try and meditate before you go to sleep, and also try and pray. Prayers work. By the way, I can actually testify to the calmness that comes about when you pray. So try and pray to your higher being, to your God, and ask him to give you the calmness, give you the protection that you need so that you can actually sleep well throughout the night. Another thing, if you're struggling with hormonal issues, you need to go easy on the synthetic sugars, the processed and refined foods. Try as much as you can to increase your intake of whole foods, to increase your intake of vegetables, fruits that are going to supply your body with antioxidants. They're going to supply your body with vitamins, minerals that actually support the oxidative regulation, reducing chronic inflammation that is a serious characteristic of people struggling with hormonal issues. I don't know the name of this style, but I think I like it, especially for someone who's trying to protect their edges, because you can easily go easy on the edges. Like she wanted me to put that line, but I could have chosen not to and actually just started or did a simple line at the front and then continue with the additional braids on the others. As you can see what I said, I started with her natural hair, then I'm feeding the braids easily, and my first line here is not tight. Even if you can actually just zoom in and look kidogo, you'll see it's not so tight. I don't want to tighten them too much. I just want to make sure that it's tight enough to be neat and again protective. Let me know in the comment section what you think about my protective styling. Do you think I am acing it? Do you think I am working on it, or I should actually improve? I love those criticisms because they make me a better stylist, a better nutritionist, and definitely a better natural hair person. And as I told you, because I want to be part of the revolution that actually protects and ensures that our babies and our African hair is protected from all these damages of excessive relaxing, excessive styling, excessive pulling, poor nutrition, I am tirelessly working towards achieving that dream of owning and actually running a natural African hair salon that adopts use of natural and organic products like my products, that is basically the clarifying hair shampoo that is enriched with hibiscus and honey, the moisturizing honey conditioner, my Chebe hair butter that is basically we have a range for kids as well as the adults that ensures that our hairs are protected against damages, against hair loss and breakages, and we can also protect our hairlines, because cutting the hair to restart afresh and then you subject it to the same harsh products and the harsh styling, the results will be the same. you will still experience hair loss. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and please consider subscribing to my channel so that we can actually grow this community, as well as please give this video a like so that it can actually spread to others who are actually looking for solutions to prevent and to protect their hairs against damages, protect their hairlines against recession and breakages, as well as just to improve the outlook of their natural hair and crowns. And if you're looking for products that actually support you in taking care of your natural hair, even if your hair is relaxed, you need to check out the link in the description box to chat me on WhatsApp on how you're going to get your hands on these amazing products that I have. And I promise you'll give me a positive testimony, because the goal of my business, the goal of this channel is basically to make sure that I equip you with knowledge, as well as provide you with good and quality products that are going to support, promote and protect your hair against damages, premature shedding, and all these conditions that we have actually been subjected to because of bad practices, use of harsh chemicals and products as African women. And of course, if you are in need of the services, make sure that you also reach out if you're in Kenya, or if you're in somewhere that it's actually accessible from where I am. We can actually make an arrangement on how to go about it, because currently I still don't have a physical salon, but I am working on it to ensure that I provide these services to you, my lovely Kenyan ladies, so that we can meet physically and talk about how to take care of our hairs. This was the end product, and I did this hair in less than an hour because I was late for a meeting. I had to ensure that it's fast. Let me know what you think about it. I think it came out really nice and beautiful, and as you saw, there was no heat.